And welcome everybody to AlertNav.com, where we're going through the top video games of 2015, and we are here finally at last to the overall game of the year for 2015.
The big
The
kahuna.
grand finale.
Dude, the grand finale, absolutely. Dude, this is the one where people die and people...
This is the only one's good.
This is where Tristan
only
kills
people
everybody
watch.
and makes Batman Game of the Year. pretty
Yeah,
much.
and then no one ever comes to our website again because they don't have any faith in our ability to judge games.
We shouldn't have let him play Murder Simulator all year long, and then...
Oh my god.
Party hard.
We learned so much about Tristan over the course of this.
Yeah, and everybody else has learned so much about Tristan as well. It's probably changed
It's a
it.
learning experience.
You're
for
so
everyone.
much darker than I thought going in.
So let's talk about this here. Let's talk about the overall game of the year. Amy, kind of what were some of your top games this year that you think, like...
The top that I enjoyed personally.
Yeah. Heck, no.
Well, that should win.
Yeah.
What do you think was the best game of the year?
That everyone
Why
should
are you
play.
asking me this first, guys?
not?
I'll answer.
Yeah,
go
Jason,
for it.
what does Amy think was the best game of the
I
year?
think Amy thought that Madden NFL 16 was probably
Yeah.
the
Oh
most
my
well-rounded
God,
game of the
how
year.
did you know?
Yeah, and the-
Oh my gosh, you know me so well.
I'm thinking The Witcher 3 probably.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I loved a lot of other games, but I just think Witcher 3 was the most rich
Like
and
a
detailed.
chocolate bar, dude, the way you said that.
Yeah,
Dang,
it's
dude,
just
that made
like-
me hungry, the way you said that. We had Metal Gear Solid 5 nominated.
I mean, no. I mean,
No.
we're so hot. Like, I like it, you don't like it. It's just Amy
all
doesn't
over
like
the
it. It's
place.
like there's too much contention for that to win.
All right. Undertale, really amazing PC game.
I think that stays for
Good
a minute.
story.
Yeah.
Thick
Characters, battle system was fun. Didn't push like too much, but everyone had a chance to get
Just
into
a really
it, you know?
good game. Really
Um,
good, great game.
What else we got on here? Wolfenstein and Rainbow Six. I'd say both fun games,
Both
but
enjoyable games, good
I don't-
experiences, but
No,
game of the year,
yeah,
not
probably
so
not.
much.
No,
Yeah.
no way.
I'm taking over. Wolfenstein wins.
No.
Wolfenstein's
No.
gone.
Especially on expansion
Let's
games.
see if we can eliminate something else here. How about Fallout 4, Bloodborne, Xenoblade Chronicles? I nominated, but I'm gonna take that back. It just like I nominated when I was like,
I
Yeah.
love you, battle with me. That's
That's
what they do.
that is how you fight in that game. So that originally was gonna be like one of my games of the year, and I just I thought it was gonna be, and it didn't live up to where I thought it would be.
A
Unfortunately,
little bit
man.
disappointing in that
Heck
one.
yeah, dude! I cried a little bit.
That's alright, it happens.
I think Bloodborne's definitely an awesome game. I really enjoyed it a lot. I don't think it's game of the year. They fixed a lot of problems with that update, but by that point I had already beaten the game, so I had to suffer through all of the fucking
All pain.
9-minute
5-minute
loading
loads.
screens.
Yeah, so I just think that right there kind of put a sour note in my gaming experience on it, but I still really enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah.
I think it was a ton of fun. I got a ton of gameplay out of it.
And we had talked about it too. Is like it's a good game, but it's not accessible to a lot of people. Like it does.
Yeah.
It's like fits in like a small little fraction
Niche.
of people's worlds.
Little
Yeah,
niche.
it went mainstream but didn't connect, I don't
No,
think.
dude, it missed the boat. Fallout 4.
No.
Pretty fun game.
It's a lot of fun.
Dude, the axe murderers arrived.
Wow.
Nope.
Someone get the fucking hood.
No, I mean, I love it. I'm still playing it. Like, I know I mentioned before, I have like 70 or 80 hours into it, but it's broke. It's so broken.
It is.
Yeah,
And
it's
there's-
broken. Yeah, it's
And
broken in fun ways.
and
but
there's
yeah.
like a lot of like problems, and like the graphics aren't as good as they could be, and it's just another Bethesda game. And I don't say that with hatred because I love them, but it really didn't do anything different.
No, it was like right when I played it, I thought it was like Fallout 3.5 or something
Yeah.
like that. But that's not a bad
It's a
thing.
lot
but
of fun.
Oh, just a ton of fun, a great experience. But yeah, like you said, broken and like you can't really justify it
The game of
being
the year.
best game of
Yeah.
the year when it's kind of has so many issues, dude. Like Jason teleporting through doors, Tristan seeing the world that he shouldn't see.
Getting inceptioned.
He got
What?
incepted.
Yeah, there's
do
a
you
lot.
mean?
Force freezing the enemies.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in that one. What about
Weird.
Amy's-
I don't know. I missed it.
what about SteamWorld Heists?
My gosh, dude.
We love
Such
it.
a great game, dude. So much fun.
I
Oh,
love it. It's small. It's accessible. It's
cheap.
cool art design.
Gosh, works with 3D, works with the handhelds.
Wait, how
it works.
accessible is it? Isn't this a 3DS game?
It's
I just meant
accessible
like
in,
you pick it up and you can play
Oh,
it.
Yeah.
But it's very limited.
I mean, but if you don't own,
people playing it.
Yeah, you
No,
have
the 3DSs, yeah, that's like one of the top selling systems in the world.
Dude, billions of people have
Yeah.
that sucker.
I think they're just meaning not maybe owning the game, but like if you pick up Bloodborne and play it, you have
You
no
can
idea
play it
really.
quite-
You can pick this up and you'll be like, you'll be off to
You'll
the
get
races.
it, too, and you'll be high-fiving.
All right, so
me
that's gonna
because
stay
you
on for a
enjoyed
second.
it so much.
Splatoon?
Yeah.
Game of the
that's
year?
good.
Damn, that game was so good, dude. And we played and like just had the best time of my
The
life with
two-map
that
rotation
game.
was shit. Though.
That was the
Absolute
only,
shit.
Yeah, that was like the only kind of downside.
And the
honestly.
connectivity, remember you'd be rolling, and no ink was coming out, and you're like, okay, well, I guess I'm.
It had a lot of server issues. in
So
the
many
beginning,
connectivity
too,
issues.
yeah.
Even like randos on like the waiting in the lobbies would be like connectivity error again. They draw like a picture of the little squid ink whatever thing it was called, like all pissed off and shit. So,
That is true.
but I really like that game a lot. It just
They did fix it though. Remember after the patch, we were able to play together like nothing. Like before the patch, it was like we couldn't even get together.
that's true.
Yeah, that is
And they
true.
addressed it and fixed it. And that was, I'd say, mid-year too. So like, a little after summer, like it wasn't, the whole year fucked up. So I'm gonna keep it on the list. You guys?
Yeah, I think we
it
should
can
keep it
stay.
on.
All right. Until Dawn. I know
Until
that you guys
Dawn.
raved about Until Dawn a lot. I know it made it on some overall lists. Where do you guys see it? Do you guys see it hanging in there for a little bit longer here today?
Yes.
It can hang in there, yeah.
It's
That
definitely
good?
one of the most fun games of the year.
I don't know if it will be Game of the Year, but it definitely deserves to be on the list for a while longer.
Witcher 3. We didn't touch yet.
Wait, we kind of touched it a little
Yeah,
bit in the
I
beginning.
brought it up
yeah,
in the
Amy,
beginning.
Yeah, Amy. I said that was Amy's probably her favorite.
Oh, yeah, you said it. Okay, then I was
Yeah,
like, I forgot.
there's so many games. It makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah,
Fine.
yeah, yeah.
Mortal Kombat X.
Mortal Kombat X, man. I had
Loved
a
it.
blast
One of
with
my
that
favorite
damn
fighting
game.
games of the year. The story mode was great. The graphics were great. The fatalities were amazing.
It played so good, so smooth. No issues with it. Like, it was a game that came out.
I
that
had
didn't
no
really-
problems with that game. It
It
worked
wasn't-
from beginning
yeah.
to end.
Nothing was broken on it. And it
Got
was-
my interest in a fighting game. Yeah.
yeah, dude.
Holy
And you beat me.
And I beat you, yeah.
Yeah, fair and square. So
Totally.
So we're good. Mortal Kombat game of the year.
I'm not gonna say that's game of the year. It can stay on. It can stay in the talking, dude, because it's a game that I can't play continuously. Like I'll pick
I
it up and
can't,
play it,
yeah.
and just have a good time with it. But
Maybe like an hour, and then I'm like, okay, enough. And I have half an hour. I'm like, all right, I'm done. That was good. But you can pick it up multiple times though, and just play
Yeah.
it. Like,
throughout the year, absolutely.
I would say we'll keep that. I think we should drop Splatoon at this point. Because I think the better of the Wii U games would have to be Super Mario Maker.
Oh my gosh,
For sure.
Super Mario Maker, Amy.
I mean, it was like fun to make your own levels and stuff. But dude, going through like hard mode and stuff, like going through other people's levels, really wasn't as fun as I thought it was gonna be because a lot of them were shit, or they were like excessively hard, or they were I don't know, like it was. And it's already like been out there. It's been done like on the PC for so long, but now you can just instead of downloading it for free, you can buy it.
Yeah, but no one had access to it, and it was all like kind of like Tristan couldn't do it. But now I can give Tristan the gamepad; and he can make amazing levels.
I couldn't.
But
hear
And you
he's
can
not
share
gonna
it
he's
well,
not
in
gonna
fact
go
that
on
you
his
can-
PC and do all his bootleg shit to play
Oh.
Mario
And the
Maker.
fact that we
level.
kind of did it as a community, we had our Mario Maker Mondays and we shared our levels. And
I thought it was fun to
People
play
play
the levels that you guys made, definitely.
Yeah.
And like in the community angle, I think the Super Mario Maker stuff really worked.
I think that's cool, and I don't know if it's like game of the year because I mean, does anybody play it anymore?
I want
Is
to.
it? I mean, like
I haven't
just,
played a lot of games lately,
like,
but
you just,
yeah,
like, the
definitely.
initial
Every time they
getting,
add new stuff, I want to play it and
Yeah,
build
there's always
new
new
levels.
features they're adding like every week, it seems.
But I agree
Like,
that
is anybody testing out the new features that they're adding? Like, I haven't gone back to it. Like, it's a cool thing, and it's worth owning and playing, I think. But I don't know. I mean,
I'm with you on like playing other people's levels because once you got done making your own level,
You're like,
if you didn't have any
"Yay!"
friends to play it, you just put it up on the
and
internet.
nobody would touch it. You don't get.
But if
any-
we're doing that, like a game I go out to play, I haven't gone back to play Witcher after the first weekend because that game didn't grab me at all. And I know
Right.
Tristan hasn't
And
played
for
that
me,
in a while. And Sweener, who is also a casual player, grabbed Witcher and did the same thing. We all played it like the first weekend, and then we're just done with it.
Same with Mario Maker. So
That's
they're-
what I know. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, I see. I
Yeah.
see what you're saying. Okay, I got you.
So I don't know if that should really kill it because I still think The Witcher is an awesome game. It should be in contention. But I
guess
totally
just
get what
didn't
you're saying,
care.
like
I
with
don't
Mario
know.
Maker.
Like it was like fun. You're like, oh, this is cool, and then you're like, but I guess it's really not. Like I don't know, like how you were with Xenoblade Chronicles is how I feel like I was with Mario Maker. You're like, oh my gosh, this is like the coolest thing ever, and then you're just kind of like, eh.
Yeah.
And like once you actually go into people's levels and they're all like stupid auto levels, or like you go into levels and you're actually like, hey, I want to do this 99 live challenge and see if I can actually do it, and then they're just like god awful hard, terrible, just because people make it super super hard and drop all these Koopas on you, and then you're like, oh.
So that's
Skip.
interesting because I feel like if I were to say like starting on next Monday we're gonna do Mario Maker Monday again and we're gonna all get into it, we're gonna get like a community of people that we know into it and we're gonna have specific challenges, I think we'd all get into Mario Maker again. We'd all want to make these levels to like
And I found
do
plenty
fun
of
things.
creative levels that were, I can tell people put a lot of time into it.
Yes,
And there's
some of those are
themes
cool.
with certain aspects, like they recreated classic games.
Those were sweet.
And yeah, there's some great levels you can come across with some
Doing
horrible
some
ones you come
Metroid
across.
stuff and
But
yeah,
that's gonna happen when you play user-created things.
content, yeah. And
content.
it's like a majority of people that just like want to slap everything they can together. And yeah, I think the only thing like for me is like just making spending all this time on a game, and we talked about it before, and then like on a stage, and then people are like, it's not that good. And you're
Yes,
kinda
that's
just, like-
heartbreaking.
you're just like, well, I don't even know if I want to make another stage. 'Cause,
Yeah.
like,
When I got my first star, I was pretty excited.
yeah, so there's the highs and the lows. Like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. And then you get stars, and then you make a stage, and like no one plays it, no one rates it. So then you can't upload anything, and then you're like, well, shit, how do I get people to like my stage? Do I gotta make an auto scroller, or like, do I even want to make another stage, or do I just want to play other people's stages? And that's where I was with it. And like, I just like, man, I don't know, dude. I put a lot of time into these stages, and they just suck, or no one likes them.
And no
or-
one likes them. No one likes
yeah,
what you do.
and but it's cool though to like.
It's so
be
easy
able
and
to
magical
do it.
to build it and just like hit the start button. You're playing your level and it's just Mario and it works. It's really weird
Yeah, it's a cool tool. I say we keep it in
for a minute.
for a little bit here. What are we
Well, I'm
left
not
with,
saying
man?
it's
There's a lot of
SteamWorld,
stuff.
SteamWorld and Undertale. I don't know, like either Undertale we can knock off. I think at this point, I don't think it's gonna win.
Yeah,
It's hard to get through, that's for sure.
Yeah, I definitely am okay with knocking Undertale off at this point.
SteamWorld.
Game of the year. That's like a pretty big,
That is
pretty big
huge.
mantle to give to such a game. Like I don't
I
know.
love you, SteamWorld.
Au revoir.
And bye.
What
I'll
about
kick it on.
Batman?
What about Batman?
Why can't that be game of the year?
Yeah.
I mean,
Mm.
Batman could be game of the year if it didn't have anything outside of Batman, but they fucked so many things up. I can't do it.
Maybe on Earth like 6 or something.
Yeah,
like
maybe in
that.
a different universe where they did
It
it.
was a better Arkham Knight in Earth 6.
There
Yeah.
you go.
So yeah, no way Batman wins. Just had too many issues and too many.
I just
complaints
had to
with it.
throw that.
So I think we
out
got
there.
Until Dawn, Splatoon, Witcher 3, and Mario Maker.
Yeah.
Is that where we're at? The final 4? Anything else anyone just remembered? Maybe didn't add into their picks?
No, I think this is it.
I'm really fine with those, except it's just so iffy on Mario Maker, to be honest. But other than that, I think any of the other ones, I'm like, I could, for my own personal, I could see them all being game of the years. I don't know.
Until Dawn's like not enough of a game for me to give it game of the year.
Because there's no there is
It's a different kind of
replayability.
game,
Yeah.
And I never want to play that again. Like, see, I'm the kind of person that plays that game once and I'm done. Like, I
Ah.
don't replay any of those Quack Dream games or anything like that.
I love replaying them.
Because it's like, this is my story and I'm over it. So, to me, I don't know.
I will say they should introduce, if anybody's listening to this that creates these story-based games, we need a fast-forward feature, okay?
There you go.
God. Like, when you want to go back and just change one or two things in the story, you can click your episode and then click the chapter you start in your episode, but you still have to sit through all of the talking.
Life is
wanna-
Strange had the fast forward.
Oh, that's so cool.
There you go. They already got
They
it coming.
started
It's rolling
it.
out.
Come on. We need the fast-forward feature.
Especially if you're going to do games like that, dude.
God,
The
so
Telltale games, do
aggravating.
those have fast forward?
No.
Those should have fast forward
You
as
can-
well.
Strange has it. Just saying.
That's cool.
Life is-
There you go. Life is Strange, thank you.
Life is
Fast
Strange
forward.
is a step up above everybody else.
That should be
Man,
good.
I did not get into The Witcher enough to want to, like, I can't do it. Like, I couldn't get into that game at all. I didn't like the combat
I know
on
Tristan
any
didn't
level in
either.
that game.
I understand the combat is a
And
little
it's such a
janky.
huge part of it.
It was
'Cause-
pretty simple combat techniques.
Yeah.
There was
What else we got?
We got Super Mario Maker,
The Witcher 3.
Witcher 3, and Splatoon.
and
Until
Until
Dawn.
Dawn, we haven't axed that yet.
The final 4. Out of these final 4, I never. Until Dawn. I can take it.
It was
much
fun.
of a
It was a
stretch
fun
for Game of the Year.
experience.
yeah,
but
I kind of don't know if it should be game of the year, but it was a really good game.
like it's,
It did well in certain things.
Yeah.
Which
if you own a PS4,
can
you
be
should definitely
celebrated.
experience it.
And there were some parts where the controls totally fucked me over, and
Yeah.
that really bothers me. In a game where it's so important to have good controls.
Except don't move the controller. Son of a.
I didn't move the controller and I lost something.
No,
That
That
just
happened
really
to
made
me
me super
before.
sad.
Yeah,
'cause
I
was
even like put it down and then somebody died. I'm like, but I wasn't even touching
I had it sitting on my leg and I wasn't moving. I didn't twitch or anything, and it's just like,
Whoop, whoop, you moved. And
yeah.
you're like,
So
okay.
you know what? Until Dawn, you're out for
Fuck
that.
you Until Dawn. I hate you now.
Yeah. So Mortal Kombat's still in it. Don't forget that.
Oh, Mortal
Yeah, that's
Kombat
right.
X is still adventuring alongside it, and without anything really negative except for the, just like it, you know. You just
It even did DLC right.
don't want to, yeah. It was a
Oh.
damn good game, but
So we have Mario, The Witcher, and Mortal Kombat.
wait, Splatoon got killed.
And I think Splatoon
Yeah, I thought so.
is out.
I like
I think
Splatoon.
I
Mario
liked
over Splatoon.
I really liked Splatoon. I think I played and enjoyed
That's when we were
Splatoon
talking
more.
about. It's only 2 maps and the connectivity was
Yeah,
a little weak.
yeah, but I mean,
And I mean,
personally-
a couple times we've already talked about how much we like Mario Maker over Splatoon. So
I don't personally. I prefer Splatoon.
that's
yeah, we didn't have Amy in on that.
yeah, we didn't have
conversation.
Amy in that conversation.
I mean,
So-
I don't know. Mario Maker isn't really a game. I mean, it is a game.
What is a game?
But like, it's like you are making a video game. It's like those RPG makers, which are really fun but horrible.
Well, you don't have to make stuff. You could just
That's
play
true.
other people's.
That's
creations.
And rip your hair out.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, we gotta whittle this out here. It's getting down to the nitty gritty. We gotta go. We gotta hustle. We gotta figure it out.
I would vote Mortal Kombat. But of the three, that was probably my best.
Of the
overall
3,
game.
I would vote Mario Maker from my experiences with between those 3.
Of the 3, I'm Witcher 3, but there's very valid points, and I can see Mortal Kombat personally over Mario Maker.
If I had to choose, I would probably axe Mario Maker for the same reasons. Like, it just frustrated me. And, like, I didn't want to make another stage. I didn't want to, like, you know, like, when the new updates come out, I want to enjoy it and make stages for the community and stuff. But, yeah,
Man, it was so fun though.
I think I would probably take Mortal Kombat over that. And I think I'm leaning towards The Witcher 3 over Mortal Kombat just because, like, this story for me personally is engaging and cool. And
Yeah, and I
really
think
good.
that's our big divide is that, like, I really got into the story and, you know,
And
I
you guys
understood the
didn't.
combat. Yeah, and, like, I think that's a big thing. If you didn't get into the story or if you're just tossed into it and you're not really sure what's going on, then, yeah, I don't know. I would be willing to give it to Mortal Kombat as an appeasement and, like, understanding. You know, like, I understand that that's more accessible if we're going to talk about accessibility for Game of the Year. I don't know.
I don't know.
Should like rock, paper, scissors.
We could.
Yeah, we're kind of at like a real standstill here, and it's really is like you said, it's personal opinion at this point.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, from a technical level, I can understand how The Witcher 3 is like the best video game of this year, sort of, except for the fucking running. I can't get over the fact that they couldn't make a goddamn animation where I couldn't turn my character easily. He kept fucking moving, and he didn't stop. It bugged the shit out of me.
I didn't have that.
Yes, it's a thing.
I
like,
didn't notice.
He has momentum. The character has momentum, so and you can't turn on a dime. So like,
Well, can you?
no, I can't. But I'm playing a goddamn video game, and I want my character to turn on a dime. You can't understand how much that frustrated me.
realism, man.
It really frustrated me. When I'm fighting a goddamn flying thingamajig and I can't turn on a dime, it's really frustrating me. It was really weird. Like, I tried to turn around a corner or something. That's like, to me, it's like, that's just a weird game design thing.
We gotta figure this out. There's no we're putting the nail in the coffin here. We got 2 left that we all agree. Unless you want to bring something out of the
I
burial
know.
chamber, dude. I mean, but Mortal Kombat. I don't know if I can give it to a fighting game though, man.
Why?
Because I haven't played it since the first week it came out. Like, and it's not because it was bad. It's just like, I don't know. It wasn't enough there. It was just like, like the bunch of characters and like the fighting and stuff was good.
What
The
more did you
fatalities.
want?
I know that, and that's it. Like fighting games, I don't really get too pumped for, but it was the best fighting game I've
Same.
played in like a
I
decade.
agree 100% with that.
Absolutely, but I'm not a huge they don't engulf my life, and I don't really dive into them. But I do like the characters and everything. The fighting was perfect and spot on, and like combos and stuff like that. Like you can just pick it up and just knock shit out of the park.
This is much harder than last year.
This is way harder than last year.
Titanfall should have made a sequel.
It'd have been so easy if we had Titanfall 2.
The Witcher 3 does so many things right. And
I'm still on board with Splatoon, but I know, I get you guys. I'm trying to bring it from the grave.
Yeah, don't bring it from the grave. Just let it die. It's slow, painful death.
Are you guys okay about nixing Mario Maker? I mean, I know Tristan
I'm not
liked
really,
it.
because I really think that was one of the best games this year that came out. Like, I just think it was so damn good. Like, it did nothing wrong, like, to me. Like, I don't think it did anything that was terrible and offensive. It was missing a bunch of things. It could have had more. It could have been, like, a more all-encompassing Mario experience with, like, having Mario 2 and some of that other stuff, but...
Which they might be saving for a sequel or something.
Yeah. But, I mean...
I don't think I would borrow Mario Maker 2.
See, I don't think I would either.
I mean...
Because I don't think I need it. I think
Right.
this like hits my... They're going to have a Mario Maker 2, like, let's not care.
'Cause
Yeah.
this one was so
There's still things I need, like being able to build my entire game, like my level, my world 1-1, and have 1, 2, 3, 4, and just continue to build it and grow it and have bosses. And
Yeah, you had to make your own bosses, which I made a wizard boss, but
You and
it
everybody
didn't
else.
work out. Yeah, it didn't work out right.
Yeah.
No one liked it. Jerks.
Hate you.
But it was just such a fun game while it lasted, and it was so fun to play your levels and build levels to try to trick you guys, and just like the way the world rallied around a Wii U game was kind of interesting.
Yeah, people trading codes and trading stages and
Huge challenges and big like charity events and stuff like that. It was kind of cool to watch Super Mario Maker do this thing, and to me, I don't know, The Witcher 3 was just like another open world RPG. It was like Skyrim from third person perspective.
yeah, I don't know. The Skyrim it wasn't that great to me. I don't know. Yeah, man. Mortal Kombat 10, RPG Maker, or Mario Maker, RPG Maker. Why'd you say RPG Maker? Messing me up here.
I was really excited for Mortal Kombat 10 when it came out, and it lived up to the hype. And I played a ton of it, and I loved it.
Tristan,
And
where
I
you
go
at?
back to it.
He's Mario Maker.
But between the two, if we're just doing the two, I'd probably lean towards Mortal Kombat. Even though
We can keep Mario Maker on the table for a minute.
then I'm still Mario Maker.
See, that's what I thought. Okay.
This is not how we have to do it. We gotta get rid of one. So something's gotta go.
I mean,
Otherwise, we're gonna sit here.
Going
and
back
just,
like
yeah.
next year, and when we're talking about Titanfall is a game that I would get excited just to play, and when I was playing, I was excited. Same case for Mario Maker, because I want to create a level, I want to share it with people, I want to play other people's levels, and that's where I had excitement with.
I just dreaded playing The Witcher. I just didn't like I didn't like the combat. I didn't like when I played the stories and stuff. They were really well written, and it was great. But I didn't have fun when I was playing that game at all. I just felt like I was a chore.
Out of these three, I think the best moments for me personally in gaming was Witcher 3. Like, I mean, I didn't.
Some of those, like, the crazy messed up, like, inside out fetus baby, and, like, that whole story arc was really messed up, and, like, the witches, like, the witches, like, the enchantress and weaveress, like, oh my god, they were so cool, and,
And
like,
taking down your first wild hunt.
you're like,
your
whoa,
first hunt,
what? Like, I
and
don't
bagging
know.
The
it.
first Wild Hunt was terrible to me. Fighting that guy in
The
big-
Griffin?
the big open space. That battle was just shit because it was me like swinging my sword as he was like flying above me, and I was running away from him.
Where you shoot him with an arrow and he crashes to the ground, and then you.
Yeah, and you run over to him. It was terrible. It was like terrible mechanics. Like it was a shitty battle. It didn't feel like a cohesive, like really great battle system right from the get go. And I was like, this was a terrible fight. It looked cool. The Griffin looked cool. Putting his head on your horse, that was awesome.
Yeah.
But like the battle mechanic was just, I don't know, it was trash to me. I didn't like it. It was clunky. And it was not great.
Yeah. We're gonna have to axe one of these three right now, or we can sit here and stare at each other.
I'm gonna axe The Witcher.
Tristan, what are you axing?
He's asking Witcher.
I suppose I would do that too, yeah, because Mortal Kombat and Mario Maker would be over that.
I would axe Mario Maker personally, but that's not gonna help anything because
Yeah,
I know
this
that's what
is-
Chad's gonna
How do we
axe
figure
too.
this out now? Because we're at like the worst stalemate you could probably have in trying to figure out game. Of
I
the
would
year.
take Mortal Kombat over Mario Maker personally. Not because I'm like, oh, I hate Mario Maker, it should burn in hell. Nothing like that. I don't know. I just didn't connect with it in the way that you guys are talking about it. I just was like,
I like Mortal Kombat, but giving it a game of the year,
Give me Mortal Kombat.
it's
Game of
not the
Year?
best Mortal Kombat game ever made. Even
I'm trying to think. I
don't know.
Yeah. Mortal Kombat 2 probably was.
I mean, you guys are really passionate about The Witcher.
but I don't.
I just
want-
didn't like it.
And that's
a personal
and
preference.
that's okay,
Like this would
though.
be like me fighting for like fucking FIFA or something for game of the year. Just like You know, that's like the same
But I
kind
don't
of
want it
battle
to
we're
be
having.
something like, I mean, you guys are having really valid opinions too, and I can understand them and such. I just think it's totally about, like the experiences that everyone had differently.
I will say we all had good experiences with Until Dawn.
Yeah, I did like that one, but I don't know.
Except me.
Yeah.
I
Well, you
didn't
just
have
watched
any
me.
experiences. I
Yeah.
watched you play, and I like the Mr. Robot guy. I think I've said that 1,000 times. So I might as well.
Dude, I don't know.
Super Mario
Like-
Maker.
Until
What the,
Dawn.
out of nowhere? You
Well,
just
I mean, we're-
randomly are like Super
We're getting
Mario
rid of
Maker?
Mortal Kombat because if I had to choose Mortal Kombat or Super Mario Maker, I'd choose Super Mario Maker over
Alright.
that. And then if
That's
we're
fine, then.
if, like
That
for
means-
me personally, and then if I'm down to Witcher 3 and Super Mario Maker,
I don't have really good arguments for Super Mario Maker. That's my issue right now, except for the fact that we'd have fun if we did if we
I
had some
spent
kind
a
of
lot of
challenge
time
to play
making
it.
some really cool stages and got
Yeah.
really proud of those stages.
I put hours in for some of those levels that were then released for Mario Maker Monday.
And it was really neat to like tell people what I did and like to experiment with those things and have that fun. And it was really hard for me to get back into Witcher 3 after I left it. But then it was really hard for me to get away from it when I went back to it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where it's like,
That's, yeah, because like
why
once,
did I leave it? And then why did I come back? And then I'm battling that. And like, okay, well, But what game would I be proud to say, hey, dude, oh my gosh, this is the one fucking game this year that you need to play? And that's what I personally think is like, how, okay,
The Witcher. That's what you say. The Witcher 3, right?
which one do I tell people? Like, dude, if you need to fucking pick up a system and play a game, like, this is the game. It's so cool.
Like, what kind of person are you telling this to?
Yeah.
Like a casual person, like Tristan and Sweener?
I'm gonna
Because that's what
stand
we
on the-
did, and
I'm gonna
both of them were like, "I can't do
I'm gonna
this."
stand on the roof and tell 100 people and see what
100?
happens.
Let's see how many people are like, "I loved it."
Yeah.
I mean, I would put Fallout 4 over Witcher 3. Even
I would probably too.
even
I had a
with how
lot of fun
broken
with Fallout 4.
was, but I had more fun with Fallout 4.
I could accept that.
I still
I
have a
can
lot of
see
fun with
that.
Fallout 4.
Yeah, because that game is just a lot of, even though it's broken shit, like, that just fun
It's just
factor.
part of the game.
Yeah, and fun factor, there's like a lot to do. There's always something to do. There's always something to explore or
Can you negate
kill.
blowing body parts off? I love it.
That's pretty sweet, especially if you get that chunky and like that luck thing where you can like increase when you shoot somebody, they explode.
The bloody mess? Yeah.
Yeah, I have that amped up.
Is Fallout 4 better than Fallout 3?
Yeah,
Better than Fallout Vegas?
yeah.
Okay, so there's that.
Like, a lot better? You say it with, like,
Oh
quickness.
yeah.
Okay.
Is it better than The Witcher?
In my mind, it was.
And I'm
Because I tried both.
And as a website, we've all had like nothing but glowing things to say about Fallout 4.
You know, I personally don't think it is, but I think that's a consent. Like, I'm okay with that, though. I don't know. I mean, if you guys want me to cave, I can cave on something, but
I don't want you to cave.
I feel...
Someone's got a cave.
I mean,
I
I've
feel
given
better.
credit to
Anywhere,
Witcher
yeah.
3 for what it is. Like,
yes.
It's a beautiful game.
Yes, you guys
It's-
have. You're not like, oh, I hate it.
Yeah. But it's just not a game that I could get really deep into.
And I think Fallout 4 reaches to pretty much anyone. I have little
I'm
kids that
surprised
are like...
that you got into Fallout 4.
Yeah, me too. Because like I
7.
knew you wouldn't get into The Witcher. I said it, and I was
Yeah.
like, "You're not going to get into Fallout 4." I didn't think I wasn't being like mean, but I just was like, "You have shown that those are like some of these big,
It's
like
just-
some of
it's
these
more
games where there's so much
dynamic.
to do. You're just like, I don't want. I got to go on to the next game."
Yeah.
You kind of are like that's not a bad. I'm like that too. So we're like kind of
Facts.
similar in that respect, like because there's so many games coming out, but you totally latched on to Fallout 4, and that's awesome.
Just more interesting environment to me than Witcher was.
So Mortal Kombat X it is.
Yeah, I think after this, it's settled. Mortal Kombat
Flawless
X
victory.
takes the flawless.
So
victory.
we're down to Fallout and The Witcher now, I think, and Until Dawn.
Fallout 4.
How the hell did that just happen?
I don't
This is
know.
like the second or third time this has happened. Where
This is what happened
Like,
last year. This
I-
is what happened. This is a very big decision. There's a lot of things.
I start thinking about things and I start
Fallout
zoning
4
out
then.
thinking, and the next thing I turn around and the whole team's like, "All right, Fallout 4," and I'm like, "Where did I go? What happened for a second? I was thinking about SteamWorld Heist again.
Because earlier, Amy was passionately no Fallout 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now, like, if I have to make these decisions, and if you're bringing up accessibility and stuff, and, like, that was a good point, like, who are you gonna tell you have to play this game, it's awesome. I get little kids shopping at work that are buying these Fallout 4 keychains and stuff, and they're, like, 9 and 10 years old, and they're like, I made a really cool city, and I'm like, well, tell me, I asked them, why do you like this game? It's, I made this, and I did this, and I made, you know, should I
It's
get
so
a
puppy.
Yeah, and they're like just little kids that are like totally into Fallout 4. I mean, because it's like easy, you know?
Yeah.
Like they can't really. But, you know, they're not going to be like, I played Witcher 3 and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Like, for instance, I bought Fallout 4 for my nephew for Christmas. You don't know this? He doesn't go on the website.
Well, he better. We should probably tell him to come to the website.
not after. He's got to open his present first. But I didn't buy him Witcher 3. You know, I bought
Yeah.
him Fallout 4.
And I think of like Game of the Year on our site is like more of a reflection on all of our opinions. It's like, what's this one game that
Yeah.
all of our minds came together and we all were like, you know
That
what?
was cool.
We all enjoyed it.
The
and, like,
robot said my name.
this 33.3%.
Whoa.
25% of each of us enjoyed which game.
Don't
And-
bring that up because Chad will hold a grudge.
Which, yeah, 3 of us here had their names said by
My
a
name
robot.
didn't get said. I was
What's up,
Aria.
ass hat?
No shit.
I mean, last time we were recording, all of us were playing Fallout 4 in the same room. If you recall.
That is true. We all came out here after recording, and we played in the studio. All played Fallout 4 at the same time, talking about our adventures and what we were up to.
It was just fun to talk about too.
And like you said earlier, like we all play Fallout 4. We all have these everyone has like different stories and different things happening to them, and I don't know. It's such a big, funky, crazy game
All right, I can accept that.
with
It's not
awesome
the,
music.
It's not the prettiest girl out there, but
Hey, sometimes we don't
It's fun
always
to
like
talk
the
about.
prettiest girl.
No.
Don't look at me!
Wow!
Don't look at me!
Wow! He looked right at you. No, you did not.
You looked at me!
No.
Let's focus here. Let's focus back.
Wow.
Tristan said it. So, overall game of the year.
Fallout 4.
Fallout 4.
Undertale.
Oh, you motherfucker!
No, I'm saying
Undertale. Oh, looks like
Well, here we go again.
Ah, yeah.
Welcome to part 2.
I'm 100% okay with Fallout 4 being Game of the Year.
I'm alright with it.
I'm fine with
I
that.
love it.
I will. Steam World Heist, but Fallout 4.
Absolutely.
Yay!
On AlexandAv.com,
Congratulations.
the overall game of the year for 2015, Fallout 4 comes from the grave.
Did it win anything
After Amy
else?
No.
buried it.
But Amy stomped her foot on it, and then we picked it up and inflated it, and it came back.
Tristan found it in the
one.
dirt.
Yeah.
You found the not so pretty girl in the dirt.
Another winner.
Thank you guys so much for joining us.